Hey everyone, this is the Millionaire Hippies podcast with your host, Boom Shikha, where we chat about spirituality, business, and health. We all want to live self-actualizing, fulfilling lives with joy, prosperity, and gratitude. Let's go on this beautiful journey together.
Hey everyone, I am Boom Shikha, and in this video we will be speaking a little bit more about INFJs and how we think. I've been noticing a lot of different weird things that are going on in my head, and I think it's because I'm an INFJ. It might be because I'm just crazy, but I wanted to share this with you so perhaps if you're an INFJ as well, you'll kind of notice parallels and you won't feel as alone or as crazy or as weird because there are other people like you. Believe me, there are. Specifically today, I want to speak to you guys about relationships and how INFJs relate to other people. So we are introverts. I am an introvert myself. I don't seem like one because I can't behave like an extrovert. And that's what INFJs are like. We're chameleons. So if someone is around us that's an extrovert, we can kind of emulate them and behave like them if necessary. We can be like chameleons. If there's a person who's doing something around us and we think that it will help us be closer to them or become friendlier with them, we usually don't know how to behave unless someone is around us telling us, giving us social cues. Because we are very socially awkward. Obviously, over time, I've learned, what's going on with people and I have an intuitive sense of how I should behave. But a lot of times I say things that are really stupid and I think to myself, really? Did you actually have to say that out loud? Just because it's in your head doesn't mean you should say it out loud, right? But that's how INFJs are. We're socially inept, really. The only reason we are charming and we are able to have relationships is because we are chameleons. We actually emulate other people and we're like, oh, we're going to parallel what you're doing, and because of that people like us. Not necessarily because they like the true us, but because they like the fake facade that we're presenting to the world. Obviously this makes us seem like psychopaths, but we're not actually psychopaths or sociopaths. We're just inept. We just don't know how to behave, so we just follow everyone else. We follow the cues that are going on in the room. If there's a bunch of people, then we don't know who to follow. That's why we're not really good in group settings, because I get confused. I'm like, this person's being really weird. This person's being very extroverted. This person's being very introverted. This person's being like this. What should I do? How should I behave? I don't know. So I'll just leave. I don't want to deal with that. It's just too tiring. It's exhausting to have to think about all that stuff. So I'll just ignore it. I'll just walk away. I'll just go back home where I can be myself and I don't have to worry about anything. Specifically though, if it's in a one-on-one relationship, I've noticed that for myself specifically, a lot of people come into my life and a lot of people leave my life. I've gone from job to job, I've traveled a lot, and people will come into my life and they'll be really precious to me for those few moments, but I know in my heart of heart that they will leave soon. This is one thing I guess INFJs are not really worried about. I don't worry about people leaving my life. I don't worry about the fact that they're only going to be in my life temporarily. They're only going to be there for a few moments and then they're going to be gone. Either they're going to die, which is rare, or they're going to move to a different place, or I'm going to move to a different place, or they're going to find new friends and we're going to become different people. We're going to drift apart, whatever it might be. And so people will come into your life and they'll leave. There has to be no attachment to people in general. And there is no attachment with me related to people. Not even my family. I love my family to death. Don't get me wrong. And I love my friends to death as well. I specifically love my siblings a lot. And they really mean a lot to me. But I can be far away from them for a long period of time without feeling like I am missing something. I miss them to death when I'm not around them. But I know that this is a normal part of life. I know that I'm not going to spend my entire life with them. I know that we're going to be far apart from each other, and that's normal. To me, it does not make a big deal if I don't see my friends for a year, 2 years, 10 years even. I don't care, because they're still going to be my friends, unless they on their end don't believe so, and then we can drift apart, and I'm totally fine with that as well. I'm fine either way. If we see each other once in a while, I'm fine as well. If we never see each other, I'm fine as well. We can just message each other occasionally. If we never message each other, I'm still fine as well. I don't really care that much because there's a limited amount of energy that I have in the day and I want to spend it on my stuff and I want to spend it on myself because otherwise I'm giving too much of myself away. And so if I have fewer friends, that's actually really good for me. I don't like having a lot of friends. It's a weird thing. I mean, obviously on Facebook I have thousands of friends. But in reality, in life, I think I have 1 or 2 real friends and a few other acquaintances that I hang out with. But it kind of goes back and forth. So if I have I have a lot of influx of people coming into my life and I feel overwhelmed by all the contacts, then I'll have to give some of this away. I have to kind of cut off some people because I just can't be around too many people at the same time. It makes me sound, of course, like a real ass. It makes me sound like a bitch because I'm just like, well, I can't deal with you anymore, so I'm just gonna let you go. But that's just how it is, unfortunately. It's just my energy system and how much I have to give to the world. I am really focused on myself. Most INFJs are not like that. They haven't learned how to cull their friendships down. So what they do is that they give too much of themselves away, and then they're too tired all the time. They're exhausted. They feel uncomfortable with themselves. They don't know who they are because they're always looking to others to define them. So for me, I finally realized that I can't do that anymore. I'd rather be alone for the rest of my life than have someone else define who I am or tell me what I am and what I should do, or have friends that don't actually understand the amount of time and space that I need. I need a lot of time and space. I mean, some people are surprised at how long I can go on my own. I can sit in my apartment and do my work, occasionally go out to get food. I can sit in my apartment for weeks on end and not feel a need for human contact. And when I do have a feel or a need for human contact, I can just go to the mall and walk around or walk on the streets and be among people. And that's more than enough for me. I don't actually need one-on-one contact with people. I'm so grateful that I have that. And I'm grateful that I have people in my life that want to hang out with me, that miss me and want to be with me. But it's not necessarily, unfortunately, that I need it. A lot of times I can be totally fine not having any friends at all. I'm far away from family right now and I message my family occasionally. But it's not that and this makes me sound really horrible. It's not like I actually need to be around people. And so when I don't contact them for a long time, they feel weird about it. They feel like I don't love them anymore. It doesn't mean anything. I don't think of time or space as the way I think typical people think. I don't think that I need to contact someone regularly in order to be friends with them or to love them. I love them. That's it. That's it. We don't have to do anything to prove our love for each other. I don't have to do anything to prove my love for you, and you don't have to do anything to prove my love for me. Prove your love for me. You don't have to contact me. You don't have to do anything for me. You don't have to message me. You don't have to hang out with me. If I love you and you love me, that's it. That's it. That's all you need to do. It's written in stone, and it won't change. It doesn't change if you spend more time with each other or less time. It's just the way it is. But because I need so much space and time on my own, by myself, in my apartment, in my cave, with no human contact, literally no human contact, that's why I have very few friends. And weirdly enough, I'm not even really attached to the friends I do have. I'm not saying that I don't love them. Again, I love them to death. I love every person that I've met, every person that I have, every person that I know. Absolutely to death. And I'm so grateful that they are in my life. But I don't need them. I don't want them in a way where I would be incomplete without them. I don't need to spend time with them. They're there and I love it, but I don't need them. I'm fine on my own. It's so hard to explain it. And so a lot of people, when they become friends with me at first, they want to hang out with me all the time. And I have to really I have to set boundaries. No, we can't do it. We can't hang out all the time. And a lot of them don't understand, and they drift away from me because some people do want to spend a lot of time with their friends. I don't. I actually don't like it. I don't like spending too much time with one person or people in general. I feel uncomfortable. I want to be on my own as much as possible. It makes me sound like a psychopath, I know. But INFJs are like that. Specifically when we know ourselves and we're really in tune with who we are, we don't actually need to be around people for a long period of time. And so we can be on our own. We can be those people who go off to a cave on our own and are spending time on our own, and we're totally fine with that, right? There's so much going on in my internal world, in my imagination, in my dream world, that I never feel alone, really. Like right now, I feel like I'm surrounded by all of these imaginary creatures. My muse is here, she's sitting right next to me. All these fairies, goblins, all that invisible world is all around me right now. So I'm always surrounded by people. And then when I go off to sleep, there are people in my dreams, so many people in my dreams, that when I wake up, I feel like, I really just want some time alone. It's odd, I know, but last night I had a dream where there were so many people in my dream. The family was there, their friends and all that stuff. And I actually woke up and I was like, I need some time on my own, people. I don't want to be around people. And that's odd again, but that's how it is. And I don't know if all INFJs are like this, but specifically for me, this is the case. I don't get attached to people. And a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people want to be wanted. We want to be needed. We want to be seen. We want to be heard. We want to be wanted. We want to be loved, right? Unfortunately, I can't give that to people. And so people are going to come into my life and then they're going to go away because they don't understand where I'm coming from. And again, that's all right with me. You can come into my life and I'll be grateful that you're in my life. And then you leave and I'll be grateful that you stayed for a bit. And then there'll be someone else who comes into my life and then I'll stay with them for a bit. And then perhaps they'll move on. And then the cycle keeps on repeating until I die, which is going to be not that long away. So it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal because time really means nothing. And space means nothing. So I'm grateful for everything. And so I hope this makes sense to you guys. I wanted to kind of explain to you how INFJs look at relationships and space and time. We have a different view of it. We have a different way that we deal with the world. And I hope that this makes sense to you guys. It's a really odd way of looking at the world, unfortunately. A lot of people don't jive with it. That's totally fine because this is what we do. This is how we are. Again, I hope that you will join my team at patreon.com/boomshika. And I'll talk to you guys the next time around. Bye for now.
Thanks for listening. Go check out my website at themillionairehippie.com if you want more free, awesome content. If you really like the podcast, please consider giving me a 5-star review on iTunes. Until next time, namaste.